everyone! Welcome to Okay Mommy! It's December 24 and everyone's excited for midnight! As we celebrate the real reason of the season, I know the child in us are excited as we share fun and laughter with our loved ones and friends. Christmas is definitely the most wonderful time of the year. You know what's exciting today? Remember my bucket list before 2019 ends? I already ticked 4 out of 5. And you know what? The only one lacking is the simplest of the 5. And you know what? The most challenging that I thought I could not tick off. Unexpectedly, I did it today without planning. It just happened. So I want to claim and shout to the world that God is behind me in achieving my bucket list before 2019 ends. How about you? How's your bucket list? Anyway, I vlog because I got a message earlier and I'm so excited to respond. It's a challenge. I don't talk really about love life in my vlogs. I talk about self-love, but I don't know. I will try my best. This is one of the spontaneous vlogs again. We will hide that person who sent me a message. We will hide him under the name Mr. Ice. Mr. Ice challenged me to vlog about his question. He asked, look at the one below, paano mo malalaman na siya na nga? Or, he really has an or. Paano mo malalaman na mahal mo siya? Before I answer your question, Mr. Ice, I just want to think aloud. Is it a challenge to admit it in yourself that you love that person or that person means so much to you? Why ask about it? Is it confusing? Do you want a woman's perspective? It's a challenge, Mr. Ice, because I believe love has no definite definition, no definite description, and no same indication. How I know I love the person might be different from another person knowing that she loves another. It's something that you alone can answer. But maybe I want to redirect that question to you. And feel free to answer me, send me a message. Instead of asking how to know if she's the one, can you try to ask yourself, how would it be? How would you be if you lose that person? Can you imagine? Can you picture yourself without that person? And I think, I don't know, I am hopeful that as you answer my question, you also get to answer your question to me. Teacher, gid ko ba? Sige, pangutana. But, maybe that's how I will ask myself too. As I assess if I love a person. But more than assessing, Mr. Ice, you would know that. Now, the way I will respond to you, of course, I will answer you. I'm up for the challenge. I will just base it from my experience. How to know if I love the person? Well, loving a person when I was younger, loving a person now, the indicators might be different. My reactions, I believe, differ. But nevertheless, I would want to use a metaphor in how to express what I want to express. You know, knowing that I love someone would be like an oasis in the desert. Something like when with that person, it's something like a rainbow after a rain or a storm. Or being with that person would make me feel this is an ultimate feeling. Have you experienced it, Mr. Ice? Like when you open an old bag or check the pockets of old pants and you see money in it? You know that feeling? That feeling of a surge of joy. That feeling of hope. That feeling of like so alive, so enthusiastic, so positive, and you are so proud to tell the world that you found money in an old bag. It's the same kind of being so proud to tell the world that you love someone. I'm speaking with enthusiasm, I think. I'm empathizing with you, Mr. Ice. But you know what? As we go through the journey of loving a person, on a serious note, I think in loving a person or in knowing if we love the person or not, we look at that person with open eyes. We see that person's imperfection. We see that person's intention. And we take into consideration what's good for that person, what's best for that person. And we look beyond how do I see myself with that person? Do I envision that person to be with me in the future when I'm wrinkled and old? Of course, when we love, we want to keep that love and be with that person long term or for a lifetime, right? Do we see that person whom we hold hands with as we face life's joys and challenges? Does that person stir something good within us and drive us to be better than how we were? Do we also aspire for that person to be happy, to be a better version of himself, herself? And in loving, I want to believe that loving comes easy. Loving is smooth. When you are with that person and you love each other, it's like everything is in sync. I don't know, maybe I'm too idealistic, but if you ask me, that's my personal response. The synchronization. You have the same mind, the same goal, the same vision. It's like You don't say it yet, but that person can already do it. Maybe that's love. Because you get to foresee ahead what's good for that person, or what the other person needs, or what the other person needs to be happy. I'm not talking about soulmates. I'm talking about maybe when you love a person, you get to foresee ahead. Because, when we love, we are selfless. And we put that person's need before us. So maybe that's where synchronization comes in. But of course, love is mysterious, Mr. Ice. No matter how I explain it passionately, how I empathize with you, and how I try to feel the love that you want me to explain, I believe it all goes back to you. What made you ask that question? Are you unsure? Is there a situation that makes you doubt? What makes you doubt? What makes you ask that? Is it not felt? Are you confused? Maybe let's go back to the question I raised at the beginning of this video. How do you see yourself without that person in your life? And as you answer that, I believe your question for me will be answered. I would like to expect that you will update me. Please send me a private message on what's the update, and or you tell me what's your realization. Do you love her or not? I don't know. I hope I was helpful. I'm trying my best to explain it the best way I know how, but I'm just getting from my own perspective. Anyway, I'm excited. Please, anyone, send me a private message, challenge me, send me questions, and I will vlog about your questions. Disclaimer, my answers are spontaneous, based from my experience, based from my readings, based from my I- ideals. My answers are not definite. It's just from me. My spontaneous, sincere answer to your questions. But if you want to hear, it's okay. Send me a message anytime. Enjoy your Christmas. Keep on smiling. Stay happy. Keep on loving, everyone. Mr. Ice, keep on loving.